My name is Wynne Peterson-Nedry, and I'm the winemaker here at Chehalem Winery. I've been around since the beginning of the winery, when it was first purchased. The first piece of land was purchased in 1980. It's a family-run business. My father started it with my mom back in the early 80s, and then our first commercial release was 1990. We've got 3 estate vineyards now, and the Corral Creek Vineyard is right behind me. We've got one in the Dundee Hills called Stoller that we get fruit from. It's our partner's vineyard. And then our original vineyard up on Ribbon Ridge called Ridgecrest. Oregon, as far as the U.S. is concerned, it's pretty much the coolest climate of any of the U.S. Pinot Noir producing regions. The last couple of years especially have shown what cooler climates can do up here, and they can be phenomenal wines. It's right on the cusp of what would be an appropriate growing region. If we ever got much cooler than the last couple of years, we probably would be only making sparkling wine. But compared to anywhere in California, it's a lot cooler. The winters are rainier. The growing season is always a little bit later, at least, and nice cool evenings all throughout the summer keep acids pretty nice and bright, as opposed to warmer regions where it never really cools off during the evening. Acid is respired more quickly that way if it doesn't ever cool down. Compared to Burgundy, we're at about the same latitude, so as far as that's concerned, we're fairly similar, but the soil types there, they have limestone. Obviously, the terroir has a huge influence, but as far as climate's concerned, it's fairly similar to Burgundy, and also even to New Zealand. They're a little bit farther south in latitude as we are north, but they also get the marine influence, so they're being right next to Antarctica probably has an influence on their frosting seasons, but they also get the influence of the marine layer keeping things from extremes. So pretty similar all around. Anywhere Pinot Noir is grown, it has to be pretty equivalent. We've got 3 different AVAs that we have vineyards in. There are 6 or 7 total in the valley. So the vineyards that we have, Ribbon Ridge AVA is where our Ridgecrest vineyard is, our original vineyard. We were the first planted on Ribbon Ridge AVA back in 1982. And that is all marine sediment soil. So old seabeds that have been since drained and now have pretty fertile soils. The one behind me here, Corral Creek, this is Chehalem Mountains AVA. This is more of a wind-blown silt from the Missoula floods. If you know anything about that, big floods came through from Montana over the course of a couple thousand years, deposited riverbed sediment along the Willamette Valley all the way to the ocean, and that's since been blown into the hillsides here, so it's light and it's really delicate. And then Stoller Vineyard is old lava flow, so old outcrops of lava from a long time ago, and that is more of a rich red soil. So all 3 of those sites have very different wines that come from them. The Corral Creek lighter silt soil is lighter in texture and finesse than the other 2 for us. The sedimentary soil up on Ribbon Ridge gives us really nice big tannic. It's higher elevation, so we get good acid there too, but richer, broader, fuller wines. And then the Stoller Dundee Hills site gives us really nice earthy components, a lot of spice and that kind of aromatics. So 3 very different vineyard sites, 3 different soil types, slightly different elevations as well, so 3 very different wines. For those not familiar with Oregon, they might think of Oregon as primarily Pinot Noir. I always like to throw the white wine flag at them as well, because I'm a huge white wine fan. If I had to pick one wine in the whole world to drink over and over, it would be Riesling. And Oregon is making some of the best domestic Rieslings that I know of. And we love playing around with whites in all different stages. So if people are interested in whites whatsoever, definitely give the Oregon whites a try, because I think that's one thing that might get overlooked sometimes when people are on their Pinot train. I love Pinot too. That would be my second favorite wine to drink, but the whites here, fantastic.